Are you guys fans of succulents? See those? They're pretty big, huh? I think I figured out how to multiply them. So you've seen those, right? These are the same thing. But look at how big they are. They're massive. And then back there, the purplish looking one that was really small over there, it's massive. It actually grew a flower, and it had seeds in the flower. So yeah, I started. Look, there's making shoots, and it's coming up on these long stems. So once it gets big, it looks like those are going to grow out, maybe fall over, and then start growing on the ground, or the flower. See, sorry about the white powdery stuff. I just put a treatment out. But yeah, look. So they start off growing like this. This thing looks funny. Is that the one? They look like this when they start growing. I'm not sure if that's even one or not. And they look funny. And then they start looking like that. So yeah. They grow little babies. I knew that. But I never could like just pull the leaf off. Like on some succulents, you could just pull the leaf off real straight, nice, and then lay it on the dirt, and then it grows roots. I never got those to do that. They multiply on their own. But this one right here, I swear it put off a flower, a real long flower stem and a flower. And then when the flower died off, I cut it off and I started looking inside of it, and there was legit seeds in there. So I planted them. They're in here somewhere. So I never knew after going to, and I don't even know the name of that succulent, but I never knew after like going and buying these succulents that are that tiny little succulents, that if you just put them out in a flower bed outside, they get massive. Look at that thing. Look at it. Yeah. So I've lost a lot of plants in my time, but I'm still learning. But as I go and I learn, I bring my ideas and my findings and my scientific theories to this channel, and I share them with y'all. But yeah, I mean, who would have known? Now those, yes, this one you can with a leaf. If you can break a leaf off nice and perfect like that, where it's, I don't know if you can see that, it's like perfectly broken off. Let me get that off, whatever it is. Okay, it's perfectly broken off. And if you put it down on the ground like this, nice and firm, and I read something one time about them being in the dark, because you know how they like to grow up under the plant. That will start growing roots out of the end of it, and then you'll have another plant. But yeah, I never could get it to do it with those big floppy ones, but they multiply on their own. And I started off with one, and they're all in here everywhere. And I like to mess around with succulents. I have the pencil cactus, or some call it pencil tree, or pencil cactus, and they call it something else, like a fire stick. Yeah, fire stick. There's different things, but here in Florida the tips don't get red like they do in the desert, because it's just too much rain here. I think that if it dried out and it got cold, I think that it would change color a little bit, but they just don't do that here. But I have tons of those. I had one little piece, and I planted all the way down the side of my house the other day. Big old cuttings of it that I had grown, and I just got a lot of succulents everywhere, vegetables everywhere, orchids everywhere, flowers. I like to try to propagate them all myself. and see if I can do it. And the ones that I still have, because it's been a while since I actually went and bought any plants, except for the ones that I have in the house. These are the ones that I can keep going from propagating. So yeah, that's one easy to propagate. And if you like plants, and the first thing I would recommend that you go and do is to go buy you a $5 can of take root, rooting hormone powder. And if you go to the mall, and there's a tree outside the mall, and you like, wow, look at that, it's beautiful. And you know, like me, you can't afford to just go out and buy a whole bunch of them. Snap a little piece off, pinch it. I used to go around pinching and popping branches off and getting pieces of everything, and I would bring it home to see if I can root it. And I would Google it, and I would see if I could root it, or if it was even possible. And you know what? If it said something, because I've Googled a lot of things, and it say one thing, and then you can do it again and just reword it a little weird, and mean the same thing, and it'll say something different. So, you know what? I'll investigate it, and I'll try to do something myself. I even tried grafting. I tried grafting the other day. See that little boo-boo band-aid on that? I want to see if I can do it. So yeah, here's some more succulents. Yep. I had just a little piece of that. And actually, those were in the front flower bed, and half of them I threw away. I just wanted to get a few just to start back, so I didn't have none, and brought it back here in the back. That right there, I had only a couple of little pieces of that I found in the Home Depot on the ground. Yeah, and that thing, I have them planted. I just throw them. When I get too many of them, I'll just throw them in a flower bed somewhere and let them go. But the mother of millions back there, oh my gosh. This, I had only a pinch of that from Home Depot. Yeah, I just made 2 basketfuls of it. Right here. And there's one on my front porch. And I'm propagating star jasmine. Just did a video on that just a little while ago. So yeah, I know a lot of things. Trust me. If this was a regular job for me, it would be like an 80-hour-a-week type thing back here that I would, if I could get paid for it, but I don't. But yeah, I know a lot of stuff. And it's just trial and error and stuff, you know, or Googling and looking it up and, you know, figuring out. You know, I've seen many videos where people are like trying to propagate or do something, or even with orchids, and it's nothing but lies. And I can't believe that they have all these views of these people watching growing stuff from orchids from seeds, or cutting a piece of orchid off. And no, it's some of them do, but the ones that I watched, no, that was lies. There's no way. But yeah, you can get all the suckers off this and pop them in the ground. Man, I wish y'all could smell this. You know, I have a lot of those too. I started off with one branch. One branch I popped off of somebody's tree. And that branch gave me a seed pod after it took root and all grew up. That one over there, that's got flowers all over it. See the flowers on it? Now I'm learning how to start the seed pods myself. So you have to have a moth, the nighttime moths, that has a really long. When I seen this moth going around my flowers early in the morning, I thought it was a hummingbird, because it was hovering and it was like had this really long beak, and it wasn't. It was this moth, and that's the moth you gotta have. And he's gave me a couple seed pods, but I have not seen him around. So I went on and started looking at the Hawaiians, because and you know, I thought these trees were native to Hawaii, but they're not. You learn something new every day. But they do a thing called twirling, and I'm starting to learn how to twirl, and that is basically you're being the little busy bee, you know, like you're doing the oh my god, I have this huge brain fart. You know what the bees do whenever they go in your flowers. That's what you're doing for yourself. I can't believe I can't even think of that word, and I'm doing this all day, every day. But yeah, I'm trying to get this one and this one, or any of them. When you get a seed pod, they don't have to be the parent. They don't have to be the color of the parent. So I have probably 50 plants that have not bloomed yet, that I don't know what color they're going to be. And if you get a color that's not been named, you can name it, but you have to go and register it and name it whatever name you want. As long as this color has not been named yet, you can do it yourself. And that's what I was trying to do, is trying to crossbreed some different colors that I thought may have not been crossbred yet. But yeah, I'm still trying to think of that word. I'm so sorry. And I know y'all are probably yelling it in your phone like, listen. But yeah, it's basically you fertilizing your flower. It's what the bees do, and the butterflies. So yeah, that's what I do all day back here. And I'll tell you everything I know as I go along. And if there's something that you would like to ask me, if I know, ask away. And I put out a video, and my orchids, it's got lady slipper orchids on it. There's an orchid on there that I have no idea what it is. It's never done anything. And it looks like it's getting seeds on the bottom of it. And it's just so odd, you know, that I just see seeds on the bottom like what you would see on the bottom of a fern. And the lady that had it, she passed away, donated her orchids to a garden club around here, and I bought a few of them, and there's a broken off tag on it, and it has like 3 dates, 2010, 2014, and 2017 on it. So I'm wondering if that's not when it's seeded, because if that's even a seed, I don't know. It's got to be a seed though, because they're like just too perfectly grafted on there in rows for a bug to have done it. So I'll show you real quick, just in case you know about this orchid, if you can even see it because the sunlight's so bright. Okay, let me see if I can focus. Okay, see those? They look like seeds. I know, it's like my phone. Okay, there we go. Okay, this thing's only had one crappy, this one right here, the whole time I've had it. Okay, and it's been in this. I haven't moved it because I don't know really much about it. That's why I got it. It's because it was just something I've never seen before in an orchid. But it's very delicate, and this is what it says on the tag. Let's see if I can focus it. Don't know what that means or says. It's in the back. See, it's got dates, but it's broken off. See, but I'm wondering if this is an orchid that somehow, some way, puts off seeds, and maybe they wrote the date down of the time that it did that. But why would they have it hanging in this? Okay, because when those seeds mature and fall off, they're not gonna. I don't know. So if you know what this is, please enlighten me. I would appreciate it. And if you have an orchid channel, let me know, because I've lost a lot of my orchids, a lot of them, but I have seriously really didn't know what I was getting into when I started collecting them. But I've lost a lot of money in orchids, and I don't know what's going on with my phone. So I'm just gonna tell you guys, I love you, and stay under the blood of Jesus.